Good afternoon and welcome to this final concert in our 51st year of Advent concerts here at Riverside Community Church, United Church of Christ. Woo! So, I've done this each week, and if Margaret's here again, she should be able to raise her hand. Is there anybody who's been here for about all 50 years of the Advent concerts? Janet, okay, we've got Janet Wood in the back. Anybody who's been here for like 20, 25 years worth of concerts? Okay, we got a lot of regulars. And anybody who's here for the first time? Ooh, good, nice mix. All right, welcome. I was just joking in the back with Tim. He clearly has a following, he and his friends, because it's basically only the birth of Jesus and Christmas Eve and Tim Mayer that fill the house. So welcome. I am Vicki Stifter. I'm the pastor here at Riverside, if I haven't had a chance to meet you before. We're blessed by your presence. There are a couple things to tell you. Turn off your phones. Restroom down this way and 2 more downstairs. There's some donation baskets around. The money will go back into the Walton Music Trust to enable us to keep these going for another 51 years. So thank you for your donations. There's also, Tim has some CDs in the back that you can pick up. And anything else? That's it. Oh, we are live streaming today, and you can find last week's concert as well, which was extraordinary, on YouTube. Go to our website, and hopefully you'll find it there. So, okay, welcome to Tim, who's going to introduce the other musicians. But thank you again, and let's welcome all of them here this afternoon.
Thank you, Vicki. Thank you, Walton Music Trust, and Janet and Leonard. I was looking at my computer last night, and I had at least 10 set lists from this event. So I've been here, I think, at least 10 times, maybe more than that. Of course, we end up doing a lot of Christmas gigs during the holiday season, and you can tell by looking at least a few of us that we've been doing this for a number of years, right? So holiday music can be kind of challenging, to be honest. We sometimes get a little sick of it. And so the idea is to try to make it interesting for you to listen to and for us to play as well. So I like to say we're regifting and recycling the Christmas music repertoire here. We're going to do that with a few arrangements that I have of some popular Christmas songs and then a couple of originals. And so hope you do it. We're going to help you enjoy it. We're going to start with a song about a well-known figure who's visiting our town soon. Okay, so we are going to continue now with, this is a song I've really loved for a long time, and I finally got around to arranging it. It's a song based on a Christian folk song from Appalachia, and that was written about 1930 something. It's called I Wonder While I Wander. When I wander? As I wander, yes. I'm not very good with lyrics. Chords, I can handle chords. One, two, three, two.
star in the sky, or a bird on the wing, or all of God's angels in heaven to sing. He surely could have had it, for he was the king. As I wander out under the sky, how Jesus, the Savior, had come for to die. For only people like you and like I wonder as I wander out under the sky.
Thank you. Thank you. Now we're going to get Donna back here for a few more tunes in a little bit, but we're going to do a few instrumentals first. The next song is an arrangement I did of Do You Hear What I Hear? This was a song that was written about in the 1960s or so. It was written during the Cuban Missile Crisis, and it was essentially a plea for world peace. So it seems relevant even today. I've mentioned arrangements a couple times today, and so what do I mean by arrangements? Well, an arrangement is simply a new version of an existing song. So in the case of Do You Hear What I Hear, I didn't compose it, I just am arranging it, okay? And what that means is we're changing one or more of the three components of music: rhythm, harmony, and melody. And when we arrange, we usually don't do too much with the melody because we want you to recognize the song. But we do a lot with the rhythm and with the harmony, okay? We might change the rhythmic feel or the groove. We might change the tempo. We might change the instrumentation. In this case, we're making it instrumental instead of a vocal feature. We do a lot with the harmony, especially as jazz musicians. We change the harmony a lot. We really like to do that. And then we'll maybe take some liberties with the melody, and we might add intros or interludes or solo changes or extra parts like that. But the idea is just to make it more interesting for you, again, for you to listen to and for us to play. So this is my arrangement of Do You Hear What I Hear? Featured Bill on bass and Mike on drums. Great. Okay, so the next song is an arrangement of Winter Wonderland. And this is not my arrangement. This is an arrangement by Ellis Marsalis, who is the father of Wynton Marsalis and Branford Marsalis, who you may have heard of. Ellis is was an excellent jazz pianist. He passed away a few years ago, and I really like this arrangement of his. And so we're going to play that. But this is such a recognizable tune that I think it might be a good time for me to say a little bit about what we do as jazz musicians. You may associate jazz musicians with improvisation, right? And listen, I may think we're improvising, we're making all this stuff up. But that's not entirely true. We really don't make everything up. Otherwise, it would sound pretty chaotic in some cases. You know, some people do that, but most of the time what we're doing is we're following the tune. So we'll play through the tune once or twice, and then we'll go back and we'll create melodies over that same set of chord changes, okay, in that same harmonic form, all right? And I'm going to give you an example of this. We're going to play this song, and this is pretty recognizable, so you could sing along with it, probably silently, so you don't disturb your neighbors, but you can sing along with it during my solo, and I'm going to try to quote the melody in the appropriate places at times during my solo, if I remember, and you'll be able to check, see if you're with me and you're with the band, okay? Because that's what we're doing when we're soloing. We're all keeping the form in our mind. We're keeping the melody and the form of the tune in our mind when we solo, when we have other people solo. And you'll be able to tell, especially when we get to the verse, where they talk about building a snowman in the meadow. That's a key change. We changed the feel there, so you'll definitely know when we're there. All right, so give it a try, see if you can follow along. And this one, Ellis really changed the harmony on this one, so there's some pretty weird chords in this. Yeah, I really like them. See what you think. That's such a fun song. I love that groove. Okay, now we're gonna kind of change moods a little bit, slow it down. This is an original composition of mine, and I kind of wrote it in response to a lot of the pain and the suffering that is going on in the world today because of wars, you know, in Ukraine and Gaza and Sudan and Ethiopia and Haiti and so many places. So this is a song I call A Prayer for Peace, and it's going to feature Bill on bass. Thank you. Gonna get Donnie back up. That also featured Dave on guitar too, Bill on bass. And Dave on guitar. I guess we have to do some introductions here too. So before we do the next song, on drums, triangle too, yeah, as you see. All the way from Mosier, Oregon is Mike Korhodner. Mike is a retired transportation engineer. He gave up his consulting business to pursue a more lucrative career as a jazz musician here in the Gorge. Makes hundreds of dollars a year. I like to say he traded commuter trains for coal train. Dave, okay. All the way from Hood River, he works as a clinical psychologist for Providence. Dave, oh good. Dave Henihan, yes. Charles Lendahan, he's just a very helpful, friendly guy, always willing to offer sage counsel and a lot of wisecracks too. He's quick with a joke and a light up for smoke, and I get the feeling there's no place he'd much rather be than right here, playing music with us. Yeah. Donna is our vocalist, and she hails from Maupin, Oregon, and yeah. She is a counselor down there in Maupin, therapist, counselor, yeah. She's still working, despite having married Rich. Rich is her husband. He's sitting right here. I told her that joke the other day, and she laughed so hard she was destined to hear it again. My kids should warn you, never laugh at the jokes.
I'll remember that.
And then all the way from Portland, Oregon, this is the first time that we've actually played together. I've heard him play, but I had never met him. And this is Bill Athens. Yeah. Bill is a student and a friend of Dave Captein's, who has played here in the past for several of these concerts. Dave couldn't make it this year, and so he suggested I call Bill. And Bill's a regular performer with Three-Legged Torso, Trio Subtonic, Dan Ballmer's group, a lot of other groups in Portland, and he's also an educator too, a music educator, so very busy. Let's see, should I tell you something about myself here? Sure. My name's Tim Bear. I retired as the regional hydrologist of the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service about 4 years ago. I worked for the agency for 25 years. Loved the work. It was really gratifying to work for conservation and to protect fish and wildlife. But all through my working career and even through my college days, I was split between music and science, and I would go back and forth between those two. Probably typical right brain, left brain stuff, I think, and not unusual for a lot of musicians, but in my case, it wasn't nearly as balanced as it sounds. I think, the more I did logical, left brain, analytical stuff, the more I was driven to do creative music and vice versa. So it was always more like a tug of war. And I say, no matter what I was working on, right brain or left brain, I always had half a mind to quit. So, I think I'll quit with that. Now, for those of you who don't go to church very often, and I see a few nervous faces out there, so this is not the time when we pass the offering plate. But this is a hymn that we sing in Christian churches at Christmas time, and it's called Joyful, Joyful, We Adore Thee. And while you might not actually know the hymn, you probably know the melody. It's based on a melody from Beethoven's Ninth Symphony. And so I arranged this song too. In this case, I added a little intro and a few other parts, and I changed the time feel of the melody a little bit, but I think you'll still recognize it and hope you enjoy it. All right, now it's time for me to bring up the gospel ensemble. So if you guys want to, oh no, we have one more. That's right. Yeah, that's right. We have another original line. Yeah, this one is a song in which I am both the composer and the arranger. Okay, so a composer can arrange his own piece. Also, my other CD from 2021 is back there too. You probably already have them, a lot of you guys, so don't buy them again unless you're really feeling generous. Yeah, and a lot of the music is also you can find my music on all the streaming services too under my name. So, and if one more thing, if you want to be on the email list, I send out occasional emails about gigs like this, and sometimes some pretty lame videos with dad jokes in them, so that I create. Okay, we will do Holiday Waltz. One, two, three, two, three.
Fall is here and winter is near. The evening light shadows the day. Trees delight with leaves colored bright, begging the sunshine to stay. Snow aglow on mountains we know, wrapped in a blanket of white. A small reminder of eggnog and cider, Christmas trees, tinsel and light. The warmth of the holiday season helps fend off the cold from outside. Long nights by the fire are the reason that I like this time of year. Family and friends offer comfort and cheer, and seasonal beer or bubbly in a long stem glass. Soon we'll gather with all those who matter to celebrate another year past. The warmth of the holiday season helps fend off the cold from outside. Long nights by the fire are the reason that I like this time of year. Family and friends offer comfort and cheer, and seasonal beer or bubbly in a long stem glass. Soon we'll gather with all those who matter to celebrate another year past.
Okay, now it's time to bring up the gospel choir. Gospel ensemble, please come up. And while they're doing that, I'll just tell you a little bit about the gospel ensemble here at Riverside. We play once a Sunday each month, usually the third Sunday. We usually rehearse before the service Sunday morning. We don't require you to read music or anything like that. We just learn the music by ear. And so if you like to sing, you like gospel music, come join us anytime. These are the last couple songs. We're just going to go straight into them here. And they are arrangements of a couple of Christmas songs that you know, I'm sure you know, and I think that's it. Yeah. Behold, throughout the heavens there shone a holy light. The shepherds feared and trembled when lo, above the earth rang out the angel chorus that hailed our Savior's birth. Go down on the mountains, over the hills and everywhere. Gotta tell it.
Thank you. Thank you, Minnesota Gospel Choir. Kristen Warnick, who co-directed with me. Thank you. Thank you, Donna, Mike, Dave, Bill. On behalf of myself, thank you so much for coming. We'll see you again, hopefully.